You're watching Personal Finance with Coach Kelvin. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, Coach Kelvin here, and today I want to talk to you about my passive income for the month of October. Now, this month was so good for dividends from my shares portfolio. It was by far my best shares dividend month ever, and I'm very excited about this. It's still not my best month for passive income overall, but this was really cool to receive, and actually from this month's dividends, this would have covered over 3 weeks of my rent, so that's very exciting when you put it into perspective like that. So let's break down the different income streams I was able to receive for the month of October 2021. Alright, so the first income I'm going to break down is dividend income. Now, I received dividends from 5 different holdings this month, and that was through my Vanguard ETFs, which are holding my portfolio and make up the core of my portfolio. So every 3 months, I get a bigger dividend sort of portion than I do the other months that I'm invested, because I don't have as many holdings paying out in these other months. So the first dividend I received was from VAE, or the Vanguard Asian Index minus Japan. I received $46.41. Now, this is a really cool amount for this ETF. I was able to actually reinvest and buy me another share, which is like a really good outcome for this one. And I actually have dividend reinvestment plans on for all of my Vanguard ETFs. The second dividend I received was for VAS, or the Vanguard Australian 300 Index. I received $594.91, including franking credits. So this is a very tax efficient payout. Basically, the corporate tax amount is already accounted for in your in your payout, so you get a credit based on the corporate tax that's been paid in Australia, and therefore you don't have to pay more tax on that if you're under that 30% tax threshold that corporations pay. This was such a good dividend, 2 months rent off just a single holding. 2 weeks rent off a single holding. I love how cool that is. And when you put it into that sort of perspective, you get excited because you know that every time you put more money into this, you're going to be able to live a more free life. Alright, the third dividend I received was from VEQ, which is the Vanguard All European Market. I received $25.26. And this dividend, while small, still adds to the entire whole pool. Again, I had DRP on for this holding, so that's really great. Now, the next dividend I received was from VEU, which is the Vanguard Whole World minus United States Index. This payout was $77.68. Now, my VEU and VTS holdings actually are domiciled in the United States, therefore I pay a conversion rate on whatever I receive in those dividends when they transfer from US dollars to Australian dollars. But overall, $77.68, I'm very happy with that, and this adds again to that whole pool. Now, the third dividend I received was from VTS, which is the Vanguard entire US stock market. This has very low expense ratio. It's by far my best performing ETF, but the dividend payout ratio is very low. The dividend yield is very low compared to my other holdings. It has better growth. So I received from this $43.79. So that is all my dividend income, and that brings my total dividend income to $788.05. This is so cool. Alright, I next have my offset account on my mortgages. So on my mortgage, I have money that sits against what the loan is, and this actually reduces how much interest I'm having to pay back. So whilst it's not an earning, it is a saving, and this counts as, I guess, money earned because you're not having to then pay it into that liability being the mortgage. So my offset account saved me $1.18. Yes, I know this is a negligible amount, but I'm just trying to go through every single income stream that I've received during this time. Alright, so from peer-to-peer lending, I only received 15 cents. Now, this is extremely low because I dramatically reduced my holding of loans in this peer-to-peer platform Plenti. So I removed a lot of my capital to put into the share market, where I've now received a better return than what I used to get. However, I still have a little cash left, so I'm getting a small payout every month. But 15 cents is very negligible. It doesn't really affect me too much. Alright, Now, the next thing was my rental property. So for my West Australian property in Midland, before expenses, I earned $1,760. Now, after my management fees, all of my rates, all of that was paid out of it, I was left with $1,308.97. So that's quite good income for just 1 month off this property. I'm really happy with it, and I was able to divert all of this money into my next share purchase. So any rental income I receive from this particular property just becomes my next shares investment, and I add to that pool whenever I can. Alright, the next property is the Queensland property I have in Yeppoon. This earns, before expenses, $7,651. Now, after expenses, so the cleaning fees, the maintenance fees, all of the short-term expenses and the management, this was left with $3,831.24. Now, this is a short-term rental property, and I am a 50% owner with another party. So if this property was paid off and we were taking that money to use ourselves, I would only be receiving half of that. But since it's going towards a loan, which I'm 100% liable for if the other party can't pay, I will include this as a passive income for now, because it does write down most of my, debt obligation for the month. Alright, lastly, the income I received from my micro investing platform Raiz was 77 cents, and this was just off one dividend, but that's okay. So Raiz is a micro investing platform that rounds up from your spending, and every time you say buy a coffee, it invests a portion of what you've spent the following week, so you are completely passively investing in the market, and dividends are automatically reinvested. So that 77 cents is then divided between my target portfolio on my behalf. Now, that is all of my investment income, or my passive income, for the month of October. This brings me to a grand total of $5,930.36. So not quite my best month, but I'm still really happy with just shy of $6,000 earned without doing anything in a month. Very cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you got any value from this video, please like, share and subscribe, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video.